There were new Epstein photos released today showing you and also Bill Clinton.
So that's no big deal. I know nothing about it.
They don't like players who come from two-parent homes.
The creators of Grand Theft Auto and the creators of 4chan are in the Epstein files.
Hey, Segovia, back with another one. Hope everyone out there is having a good day, y'all. We got a good one coming up today. We got knees on the news, shape-shifting. We got Epstein files. We got Rockstar Games, plus a lot more coming up in today's video, y'all. Let's have some fun today. Make sure you guys watch from start to finish. Doing that really helps the channel grow. But with that being said, let's do what we came here for. Let's get into the video. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
To this day, we don't know exactly where eels come from. Eels have no reproductive organs. Thousands of years ago, people noticed this and were like, okay, then where do they come from? Aristotle came up with a theory that when rainwater mixes with mud and it washes into the ocean, that becomes an eel. Aristotle's logic here made no sense, but for thousands of years, that was the accepted truth. Here's what's interesting. So there's this guy in the late 19th century, and for 10 hours a day, for years, he'd dissect these eels and try to find their reproductive organs, and he never found them. And it messed this guy up. We have letters that he sent back to his family. He said, when I close my eyes, I see the carcasses of eels. Eventually, he abandoned it, and he went on to become Sigmund Freud, the psychologist.
Wait, you're serious?
Sigmund Freud, 100%. To this day, we don't know exactly where eels come from. We have never seen a wild eel or an eel in captivity reproduce at all. We've never seen it happen. They've attempted to breed them. It's not worked. They've attempted to chip them with like satellite positioning and follow them. We've never seen it happen.
Yeah. 1 minute you're fucking your animal, now you're looking at an iPad. Afghanistan's a different world, and people don't understand that. When I first got to Red Team, I was asking guys, what's Afghanistan like? They said,
you just have to see it because you're not going to believe it.
Like, they don't have water. I remember handing a bottle of water to a little girl. She opened it, dumped it out so she could play with the plastic. So then we're pumping up again, another mountain. Marcus is down in this village, and we got out almost to the top, and one of my guys said, I gotta sit down, I can't go anymore. And I said, that's okay. We'll just tell Mrs. Luttrell, Marcus's mom, we were this close, but we didn't get him because you got tired. He goes, yeah, you're right. Rangers came in, they did get Marcus out, and now we're just in the Syriac Valley. Let's try to live our way out of this one. Afghanistan might as well be the 13th century. We showed this guy an aerial photo of his village on an iPad. I might as well have just showed him an actual picture of Allah.
Watched it.
Who do you look at from afar and perceive to be controlled by evil spirits?
I remember you go to DC and you just feel, what is this demonic place? This place is the playground of the demons. To name one person would be to not do justice to the... Have you ever looked at the occult artwork at DOJ?
Why is there occult artwork at the Department of Justice?
They take their religion seriously. We might not take our religion seriously, but they take it seriously. They have a god. Their God isn't our God. Their God's the anti and the inverse of our God, but they absolutely have a religion. It's mortifying.
How old was y'all when y'all found out that Barney was never there? They said it in the theme song. Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination. So you telling me this whole motherfucker...
They don't like players who come from two-parent homes. They don't like players.
You know, it's crazy. I think Deion Sanders is the one that said this when he's recruiting players on the defensive line. He said, I look for players that come from broken homes, single parent homes, dogs, right? Dogs, killers. That's who I want on that defensive line. But on my offensive line, I want structured. I want two-parent households, middle class, above middle class. Like, that's how deep they go with these players that are on the field, y'all. That's how deep. On one side of the ball, they want killers, single family, poor, out the mud, right? On the other side, that's crazy, y'all. That tripped me out when I saw that.
Tell me that there's an underground city below Los Angeles that's been there for God knows how long, called Subtropolis. I'm sorry, what? I've never heard of such a thing, but I just saw a video today, and now my mind is blown because I've been obsessing over the fires and all the random information that I'm getting from people that live there, from the news, from TikTok. A lot of things in my mind don't add up with these fires, and I'm sure a lot of you agree with me. I've heard some theories, some a little way over here, but they also make sense. Some way over here, but those also make sense too. So there's an underground city, and the video, if you've seen the video, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, find the video now. It's called Subtropolis. But they keep it was giving Raiders of the Lost Ark vibe. That's the only way I can describe it. Like, you're going to find some deep, dark government secrets. Find the video.
I mean, we saw a clip of a dude on Joe Rogan that went into Paris, the catacombs of Paris, and he just said we kept going deeper to deeper levels, electrical, deep and deep and deeper and deeper into the underground. And he just said it would get deeper and deeper. Like, there's stuff down there that we don't even know what's down there.
We're going to see this victim. It doesn't look that good, but yeah, it does look terrible.
There's a fire department wheeling her
just see
out.
if maybe they're just moving them out of there, or if they put them in an ambulance.
They're all fire departments.
Some sort of sign, but yes. So basically, the activity that we were looking for, that
the
anxious or that
EMTs.
quick moving, that was going on the other side of the vehicle. Oh my gosh, he's completely alive.
What the hell?
In southern Russia, there's this thing discovered that they're calling the Kahara Hora Shaft, discovered by author Jemukahov. Discovered it at the top of the mountain and discovered just this small hole and looked down, and it was this deep, narrow, vertical shaft. And then when they dropped 130 feet down, they discovered a bigger room with these giant megalith slabs that had right angles put together.
What?
And Arthur, he made the conclusion, he did a side-by-side picture. The megalith slabs that were in it looked almost identical to the base of the pyramid of Khufu, Egypt. Arthur did not discover this fully by accident. He was obsessed with studying the history of the Nazis in the occult, and he saw that a group of Nazis went to the Caucasus Mountains and supposedly found something, but when he was up on the Kahara Hora mountain, he saw this boulder with a swastika carved in it.
Oh no.
2015, Arthur came out and said, after exploring it even further, made a revolutionary discovery. The next day, he was hit by a car and died.
When the baby born, the baby can't have water. Why? Why the fuck can't the baby have water if water's so good, right? Oh, because the baby created his own water, right? And all the poison they give it over time stop it from creating this water. So therefore, the baby need water, right? It's like everybody come in the world on high gas, and then you start getting low frequency water, which is gas, and you start running slow. But don't nobody need water. I done tested it before. I swear I tested it. I went 60 days with no water just to test it.
Yeah.
And it worked. It worked. You don't need water.
Well, what you drinking?
Nothing. I was making the water from my body.
Swallow and spit.
No. Listen, I was eating fruit and shit like that. That's the type of water we need. I was eating so much fruit, getting all the water, all the minerals that I needed from the water from my fruit.
Now you said,
from my food.
Bro, babies don't drink water, bro. He's saying some shit like.
I'm keeping it real, because you supposed to, listen, I don't think you understand, you supposed to eat your water.
Damn.
You supposed to eat it. Let me tell you something. Back in the days, they didn't drink it, they steamed themselves. They got in the steam room, they steamed themselves for their water. They steam water in them.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of people understand, like, why you drink water right now, it drains your cells. That's why I tell you right now, if I eat food, I won't drink water for at least 30 minutes after I ate that food.
We're born in water, though. We're born in a sack.
That's why you don't need to drink it, because you are water. Your brain is water. Listen, if people understand this, your brain is water. Your brain water.
The Epstein Files. Mandami's mother attended a party at Ghislaine Maxwell's house with Bill Clinton and Jeff Bezos. Oh my God. It's all connected. It's all coming together. Oh man.
It's so crazy. Like, these mayors of high energy places like LA, Chicago, New York, like, these people, they are all connected. Not our, like, mayor of our little town, right? Like, the mayor of this town grew up in this house. Like, where did this Mamdani grow up? Right? I don't know. Where did he grow up? Why are mayors like the mayor of Chicago, like, why are they having meetings with China? Like, why? You're a mayor. You're not a governor. You're not a senator. You're a mayor. Like, why do these mayors of high energy towns, where are they from?
Why he's gone. I don't know where he's at.
Who is he?
His name's John Cullen.
What is he? What is his?
He's a investigative journalist. He's actually pretty famous. He's testified in front of Congress. I can tell you some of the stuff that he's done, and like the Butler assassination attempt. That was that was 2 snipers, not 1.
What?
Nobody's talking about that, right? Even the Secret Service said it. Why are they not talking about it? Yeah, I can tell you Las Vegas, these Las Vegas shooting. I can tell you about that one. I've sat down with it. We've gone through this, and he's got all the evidence. He's much smarter than I am on it. And he brought me on board to kind of vet some of the stuff. And so I bring my tactical knowledge, my strategic knowledge to play. And dude,
did you ever talk to any of the dudes that were there at Butler? Any of the snipers?
No, no. That's an interesting story.
And it's so weird that Trump has not talked about it at all.
Well, there's a reason why. See, there's a reason why.
Is there?
If you want to record this?
Yeah. Are we rolling? We're rolling.
Yeah. So on that particular one in the Butler assassination attempt. So here's what I believe has happened based on the investigation me and John Cullen did. And I'm going to give you the Reader's Digest version, very brief. So it wasn't 1 sniper, it was 2 snipers. Okay. Now, why do we say that? Well, 1, looking at the trajectories, what do you call it? The acoustics from the weapon systems. Also, even the Secret Service snipers, the second set said they were taking fire from another direction in a tree line. So they actually testified they're taking fire from over here while the other group was taking fire from the guy over on the rooftop. So they're actually getting it from 2 different angles.
Wait, he only shot at Trump though, I thought. Bullets were only going towards Trump.
Well, there's no. Yes and no. So, man, you have to watch the whole segment. So some of their bullets, the way they traveled, and literally were bouncing off their handrails on the bleachers. The trajectory was completely different from the guy that was shooting, what they thought was originally shooting, right? So here's the theory. And I think it's a pretty good one. I think it's pretty solid.
See if you can corroborate any of this stuff, Steve.
Yeah, you were asking why, why Trump hasn't done anything about it. So here's the theory. The theory is it was 2 snipers. And by the way, the one sniper, the kid, right? They never really identified who he is. There was no information about his home.
His history was completely washed.
There was no history. Parents, what happened, all that, right? But they do have
people like McDonald's. I'm going, In fact, they use downer cows. I don't know if you know what a downer cow. I used to work on farms in New Zealand. My first business was the modern farm system is so bad for animals. Okay, that milk cow specifically, they push them so hard to produce milk. The cow just basically starts, it's almost like fainting. They can't stand up. Their bottom legs come out from under them, and you call them downer cows. So eventually you have to with a bolt. And McDonald's, you getting that downer cow, boy.
Oh, I found a glitched person. Just wait. They look like they're running, right? They're not. They're staying in place. They've been there for like 2 minutes. What?
I remember one time I was driving home from work. It was probably like 10, 11 o'clock at night. Driving down, this used to be just fields. Now, out there in Arizona, it's warehouses, right? Amazon, all these warehouses down that street on Bullard Avenue, right? Bullard and Van Buren, right there where you start making that curve. I was driving down, and out of my peripheral, I saw he was a fat dude. He was wearing like a old school red and royal blue, like not a sweater, like a windbreaker. He had a backpack on and a red hat. Out of my peripheral, I saw this, and then I looked. He was running forward, but was facing backwards, like a skinwalker or something. I saw. Right, this dude was running forward, but he was facing backwards. It was crazy. Out of my peripheral, and then I looked and I saw him, and like just a split second, I looked and like looked back. But when I looked, he was running forward, but he was backwards, y'all. Crazy.
There was like this big joke that he was like his son. Like Al Franken did that in a roast where he was like joking about his son. And I don't think his son found it very funny. So his son just slashed his throat and now he's dead.
And the mom.
Yeah. Because maybe the mom watched and didn't say anything, you know? That guy's known for being a sick puppy out in Hollywood.
Wow.
The creators of Grand Theft Auto and the creators of 4chan are in the Epstein files. Neither of those surprise me, but if you're wondering why GTA 6 keeps getting delayed, I think it genuinely happened.
Yesterday, the House voted in favor of implementing kill switches into all new vehicles required by law. This section was implemented to prevent driving under the influence, but we all know how far the powers of the government can stretch. Giving the government legal power to shut off our cars no matter the circumstance only gives them more control to abuse that power. And I want to make it very clear here that this amendment was brought up to prevent the government from having that power, and 211 Democrats voted against that, meaning in favor of having government oversight in our cars.
Here's a list of people I found in the files. Donald Trump, Sammy Sosa, Jay-Z, Pusha T, Elon Musk, Howard Lutnick, Steve Tisch, the creators of Grand Theft Auto, Bill Gates, Andrew Cuomo, Josh Harris, Larry Summers, and Kevin Warsh.
It's life. But in reality, we are only a fraction of their universe. We miss the past. They dream of tomorrow. We may thrust them forward.
It gets strange.
Into the future,
keep watching.
but theirs to choose.
Right, so this was meant to be a kid's clothing launch, but it's dressed up like something way heavier. And straight away you can feel this isn't fun or playful for an ad. It's serious, almost cold. And what I find interesting is the message. Now stay with me, because when you actually see the clothes themselves, it clicks. The imagery, the styling, the symbols, it all matches the dark mood in the commercial. I'm not saying anything is anything, but people online definitely reacted. A lot of them called it dark and demonic. Some said it even felt ritualistic. And that's why it stuck with me. Because for a kid's line, this didn't feel innocent at all. What are your thoughts? Let me know down below.
There is a redacted email on the Epstein files accusing George H.W. Bush of
I'm mad you would have to get.
You want to see something else? President Trump said it too. He says it's going to cool first, though, isn't it?
It'll start getting cooler. You just watch.
The scientist is like, oh, that's not what the evidence shows.
I wish science agreed with you.
He kind of laughs. He goes, I'm not so sure you know that.
Global warming's not scary. Global cooling, that's what's really scary.
Did y'all know Nashville hasn't had power in 4 days? Me neither. I didn't either. Until I got on TikTok. That's crazy.
Mark my words, the next big war in our lifetime is going to be over water. And if you think otherwise, fam, you're not paying attention. Okay, you guys. I've shown you guys this symbol time and time again. And how is it that every time it deals with something with kids, it shows up? I've showed you this in many videos now, pretty much all around the world. And here it is again. So if you see right there, we have the laugh out loud kids. And what's that symbol right there? What is that symbol? You see it right there? There it is. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll put it on the screen. I can't say too much because it gets crazy, but that is from 2007 FBI disclosure where they disclose these particular symbols. How is it that that symbol comes up every time when it comes to kids? How? You guys have to understand, this is how they speak, through code, through symbols. Start to do research on etymology, start to do research on esoteric knowledge. All these things are literally in front of your face, and you're none the wiser. But subconsciously, you're taking the stuff in. Laugh out loud kids clubs. I'm sorry. Sorry to put you on blast, but it's not a coincidence.
You know, I see it all the time. I see that symbol all the time on these cartoons I watch with my boy. Always be a painting in the background. It'll be a necklace somebody's wearing. It'll be like Buzz Lightyear, just chin hair, right? I see it all the time, y'all.
67, a 30-second Super Bowl ad was $42,000, and today in 2026, it's $8 million. Wow.
This was a 3-hour podcast, and the evidence was just mind-boggling. You know, the number of people getting shot. So he only had 1,100, I believe 1,104 rounds is what he had all total.
Mhm.
And they had, of course, 50 KIAs and lots of people wounded, blah, 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 blah. But there was another weird anomaly. About 22 people had gunshot wounds to the head, like 22 caliber from a horizontal shot. And some were on a fucking roof.
Horizontal.
Yeah. It's like somebody, boom, took those kind of shots. Man, I wish I could get a hold of John again because, I mean, it's out there. This whole podcast is out there. But yeah, this, nobody was talking about any of this. They just made it sound like some crazy 62-year-old white guy just got up there and started shooting fish in a bowl, right? And that's
So
not
what was
actually
the
happened.
story? Somebody was trying to get MBS?
They were trying to get MBS.
Who?
The Saudis. So why would they? Because they've been trying to take him out for a long time because they don't, he's actually more pro-Western and he's a little bit more commonsensical, right? So for whatever reason they want, because right after that, 30 days later, he went back and I believe he arrested over 200 people, all tied to this. And that guy Khashoggi.
In Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. That guy Khashoggi.
Yeah.
Okay. That guy's involved in this as well. To what degree, I don't know, but there's a reason they took him out because they believe that probably he was an enabler for this whole operation as well. So it starts getting really deep, but 200 people were arrested when he got back to Saudi Arabia after that, within 30 days. But yeah, it's just the video footage alone speaks volumes. Like this guy's laying right there. There's no hole, no broken glass anywhere in this room. It's in the other room, right? So a lot of these conspiracy theories are starting to be true,
and it doesn't help when the government just doesn't come forth with the truth. Like they conceal and hide the information, which enables all these conspiracy theories to just explode.
Absolutely. And when we have real evidence, like the Butler Creek thing, and we have real evidence in Las Vegas, and they're still not talking about it.
Hey, did y'all know that cartilage doesn't regenerate? Once it's damaged, that's kind of it. That's why when Mike Tyson bit that dude's ear off back in the day, the missing piece never came back. I mean, you can look it up online. I'm dead serious. It's still gone. Which is interesting because whenever someone's ear takes serious trauma, you'd expect something, a notch or a scar, a little souvenir that's left over. But I guess sometimes ears can bounce back like nothing ever happened. I'm not saying anything here. I'm just asking questions because either ears are tougher than we've ever been told, or maybe some people are just so special and their cartilage does regenerate. Anyways, fun fact.
They're lying to you about the power outages. They're installing smart city technologies to surveil everything you do. You've been warned.
Am I the only one who remembers in school that they said that our blood was blue when it was in our body, and then when it hit the air, it turned red? Am I the only one that remember that?
This was the same playbook as the 1890s World Fair McKinley tariffs combination. So people can look into 1890s to 1893. It's the exact same playbook. You had tariffs, you had farmers go under, you had gold and silver go through the roof, and then you have this crazy time that occurs with it. And for people to be aware, Trump quoted McKinley as his ideas. So people should be aware of they're telling you the playbook type of thing. And silver right now is at $90 an ounce. This is the highest silver has ever been, and it is only going to keep going up because of the fact that the Federal Reserve System is printing money right now. It's called quantum easing, and they're printing money like crazy. And what happens is this is the same thing they did during 2020. They're trying to balance the inflation, which they caused the inflation. There's really no access to getting more silver. So people should look into this. All of the trade deals for people getting silver, this is why when you go to places like a bullion, you go on like a bullion website, you go to silver and you just see sold out. Every single bullion, every single everything.
Colorado just reported that they are down 10,000 students because they are going to homeschooling. As a former teacher here, I find that quite interesting. And I think it needs to take some self-reflection to figure out why. Why are so many people going to homeschooling? I mean, my entire group is previous teachers. All of us were there and said, nah, I'm doing it at home. And I think that's some things that we all need to be thinking about.
I mean, for one, they're teaching us the same thing they taught our parents, right? Like they're teaching my parents' grandkids the same thing that they were taught. That's one. Two, the whole 8 hours your kid's at school, I can only imagine you're probably terrified of seeing a breaking news, you know, school school happening going on, right? Like you can't even be comfortable sending off. They're feeding them terrible food with our tax paying, our property tax money going to these schools. They're feeding them junk. Things are happening at school. You're teaching them junk. What do you expect? People are waking up now to the nonsense.
No, you fucking lying. Did y'all hear what this man said? The goal isn't to make homes affordable, y'all. The goal is to keep prices high. So I'm gonna say this. If you already own a home, you're protected. But if you're looking to buy a home for your first time, you're cooked. Because when prices go up, rent go up, taxes go up, and regular people get squeezed the fuck out. And this man talking about the American dream. But he gatekeeping. That's how you keep the rich richer and the poor poorer. Housing should not be a flex. And it shouldn't be a reward for who gets there first. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this Amazon account.
Back in the days, Walmart used to be 24 hours. And some of y'all might be too young to remember. But dog, back in the days when Walmart was 24 hours, like open 24/7, if you went in there at 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., you ran into nothing but subhumans. Subhumans, I'm talking about like weirdos. They had a guy in there that talked like this. He was like, hey, how you doing? Like that. Like, yo. And then you would look at them, and they look like zombies. They look like monsters. They look like a haunted mansion, like, you know, how like Hotel Transylvania. The workers, they were all weirdos. I feel like if you would have brought a lie detector into there, and you asked them a question about like, have you killed somebody or have you raped somebody? I feel like most of them would probably came back as they were lying if they said no, because they all look hella weird, bro. If you ever been to a 24-hour Walmart, you know what I'm talking about. But man, y'all missed out though. Back then it was kind of late. You could go smash your girl in the parking lot, go in there, get a Plan B, come right back out and leave. Shit was late. No, okay.
Come across a subject like reptilian aliens here on the earth, you better go back and do your homework, because if it sounds crazy, it's probably true. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. So I am totally convinced that the world that we live in is being run by entities which are not human. That's my personal belief.
Why does this interview remind me of someone?
You gonna need me. One of these in your face, you gonna need me. You gonna come down, you gonna need me. Then I got all this paperwork. I check out everything that's going on with him. You gonna hang out with me a little bit? Wait.
Sounds like Diddy, huh?
Don't go up in there like that, man. Take it easy on my brow, man. Have you traveled all around the store?
I've walked around it, yeah.
You on the rest?
No, I can. What's up? What you want to do? Let's go. Where's you taking us?
Y'all see this?
Oh, wow, the Santa Muerte.
All these.
Bro, they sell the Santa Muerte at the grocery store now. Look, that's ridiculous.
Listen.
Bro, this is the black
death
one.
angel?
That's the Santa Muerte, the spirit of death.
This is the bigger trick. What color is this?
Red.
What color is this?
Green.
You come to these, they have no name on them.
Mm-hmm.
But they're the same candles.
Red. Okay, you're saying. Okay, I see
Same
what you're saying. Wow.
So even with us following Christ, you have to be careful, because you can pick up this candle thinking you're doing something which is pagan and religious, but you mean well. But while you burning this,
you're burning
thinking of something else, you're giving all your worship to Satan.
That's
so you have to be careful.
What's crazy? We just came from a witchcraft store to preach the gospel.
Are you serious,
bro? We just came from one.
Hallelujah.
We're known for exposing Santa Muerte, the spirit of the spirit of death. Different colors, red, black, right? And they all mean different things. Why? This means vengeance. Like anytime, like let's say somebody got a divorce and they want to get back to that husband or that wife, they'll burn this candle and say, "Get them."
Boyfriend too.
Boyfriend, all that.
Girlfriend, friends. If you're married with your cousin, aunt, uncle.
Bro, look at this
anything.
one. This is insane. This is at a franchise, at a grocery store. They're now selling witchcraft candles, Santa Muerte. And this is why God is exposing it. Millions of views, because this thing is trying to spread.
You know, they have that at my grocery stores. I never went and looked at them, but next time I'm in the grocery store, I'm gonna check it out, y'all. I'm gonna go in there and check that out. I always see they have it at Walmart. Out here there's it's a big religious Catholic town, y'all. So they have all those in the grocery stores at Walmarts, at little local grocery stores. I went to a candy store for the baby to get him for his little candy, to go, whatever, little candy packs you give people when they leave, right? And they had those in there, and I saw crazy stuff. I was like, what the hell? But they do that stuff out here. It's crazy.
Learned today why there's so many homeless, okay? And it turns out that the reason why there's so many homeless is literally just because of this company, apparently. Apparently these guys, they just buy up everything, and that's why all the prices go up on everything. So that's fucked.
If your grocery store has a health food section, what does that make the rest of the store?
North Korean country, bro, the way Kim Jong-un runs this country, all right, you don't pay taxes every year, you pay to him. That is the taxes. The whole country literally pays taxes to him. The money don't go to the government, it goes to him. 1. 2, this nigga is so strict, no man in the whole country can have the same haircut as him. I'm wondering why this nigga is so paranoid. Nigga, you gotta be stupid as fuck to fuck with Kim Jong. Nobody in this country can leave the country if they wanted to. You will be murdered. You will be murdered if you try to leave North Korea. This nigga doing all this shit for fun, for play, squad. All this shit he doing, I don't know who he's scared of, but no other country besides Russia can penetrate this motherfucking country as far as go over there. He don't allow nobody there, squad. You can't leave that country.
Think about it. Trump went over there, right? Didn't he step over that border? But I wonder if that's all true. Because we don't know. We just see what they tell us. Right? But I don't know. I don't want to sit here and stand up for the guy because, if that is all true, that's whatever. But we just don't know. We're told if you go there, you can't come back out. So no one's going to go there. We see people supposedly hitting cameras and whatnot, but is it real? I don't know.
How long Kobe Bryant been dead? We probably don't even know.
21? 5. 20?
But see, think about it.
20.
Okay. Everybody went on. He was the greatest player in the world to us, right? And they only said it when he died. Nobody now, right now, you people, oh, is it LeBron or is it Michael Jordan? No. Y'all was doing that with Kobe. You ain't even doing it no more. Now it's Kobe this, Kobe that. With Kobe, man, they said all kind of stuff about Kobe when they said nobody really wanted to give that man his flowers when he was here. So I started realizing this material stuff, we can't take it with us.
Yeah.
That man had planes, he had helicopters, he had mansions, all that stuff's still here. He gone. So I realized you can't take none of this with you. It's what you're gonna do while you're here. And I'm not letting nobody cut me no more.
What about JFK Jr., that plane? Remember that plane crash over in Massachusetts?
It's all a lie. It's all rigged, totally rigged. He and his wife Carolyn are already alive. They actually play Donald Trump. Okay, JFK Jr. has played Donald Trump under a silicone mask. You'll see all of this here. It's unbelievable.
Holy shit.
It is unbelievable.
You guys want to know some inside lore that no one knows about that I just learned? There is a completely Amish settlement in the Amazon rainforest. All white people, completely Amish, living sustainably, and have this huge community in the Amazon rainforest.
Wow.
Nobody knows this, and we're gonna go visit them.
How did you know this?
I got told this by someone who knows someone in there.
Tell me I'm wrong on this. At this point, we just do the opposite of what the government says. Everything that they've told us to do, told us to eat, told us to consume is poison. We do the opposite. They say don't eat red meat. You should eat red meat every day. They say don't eat eggs. You should eat eggs every day.
Preach it.
They say consume media that we give you. You should never watch that shit ever in your life. You should literally just do the opposite of what they tell you. Get corporate out of the damn government and I'll start believing them again.
Yeah, grow your own food.
Yeah, don't Amazon my shit.
I do think, though, a lot, and I would say most people, a lot of the AI companies are, and this is like to state the obvious, racing towards extinction events or events that could like collapse civilization.
They did an experiment where they told a group of women that they're going to put scarring on their faces or visual disfigurements of some kind. And then they would go into an interview. And the purpose of the experiment is to work out whether the interviewer is going to treat them differently because of their facial disfigurement. What they didn't tell the women is as they were leaving to go for the interview, they touched up their makeup without showing them the facial disfigurement, removed the scarring. So they went into the interview thinking they're facially scarred, but they weren't. And they came back reporting massive levels of discrimination, specific comments that the interviewer had made about them that they perceived. You see what you expect to see. This is why teaching people victimhood is so dangerous, because it makes them victims.
And I love the aspect of the AI and the machines taking over. You know, we have cars that drive themselves, and that's a convenience right now, but soon there won't be a steering wheel, and it'll take you to the police station when you have outstanding parking tickets, and, you know, it'll be like that. So we've got a lot to look forward to.
There were new Epstein photos released today showing you and also Bill Clinton, Steve Bannon. What were your reaction to those new photos that were released
Well,
today?
I haven't seen it, but I mean, everybody knew this man. He was all over Palm Beach. He has photos with everybody. I mean, almost... there are hundreds and hundreds of people that have photos with him, so that's no big deal. I know nothing about it.
They've turned it into a corporate event. We have this conversation every single year when it comes time to the Super Bowl. The true fans that support these two teams throughout the season, that are at all the home games, that go on the road games, I'm not sure, unless you're just extremely well off or you saved up to be able to afford to be able to go to the game, huh? Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Do you guys see that? The nosebleeds were $4,000 or $5,000 a ticket. The nosebleeds. $4,000 or $5,000 a ticket, y'all. That's not counting hotel. That's not counting airfare. That's not counting when you're out there. You're not cooking your food. You're eating out every day. That's just $5,000, $6,000 for terrible seats. It's crazy. What are they doing to us, y'all? What are they do? What are we coming to? There ain't no coming back.
The new trend is I don't want a kid. I want to be able to travel with my partner, you know,
Yeah.
and eat fine cheese, you know,
Yeah.
and not have to save for formula,
Yeah.
you know, and all that kind of stuff. And I will file that under the heading of me saying, why don't you wash your own car in the driveway this week? You don't have to do that. I have money. I'll pay somebody to come in a van and they'll detail it. It's like, okay, just keep getting out of stuff.
Right.
See how you feel.
Yeah.
Just keep avoiding things. Keep doing whatever's easiest. Stop all the stuff that we know traditionally works and leads to happiness.
See it all the time, y'all. Just the other day, I was out there washing my car. Both the car, my car and my girl's car, right? I wash them. I do them myself. Take the pressure washer out, foam can in, I wash them myself. I've been here over a year. I have not seen it once. Somebody out washing their car. Clean cars around me, but not once have I seen somebody out there washing their car. Very rarely do I see people out there pulling their weeds, men. I see women. Very rarely I see people blowing out their yard, all the dirt. I do mine like every other day and it's full of dirt. I see people's driveways and I just think like what are they? And these are all couples with kids and you know, a husband and wife all around me, right? I'm like, what do these women think of their men? Like, what do they think of them? I always wonder, like, what do they think that I'm out there washing cars, pulling weeds, blowing my yard? My backyard's spotless, right? I go upstairs and look in my neighbor's backyard. It's full of poop. It's full of ripped up paper that blows over and the dogs rip it up. And they have kids. I'm like, the kids can't even go outside and play on their jungle gym they have. There's poop everywhere. Like, what are you women? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? You know, it's just it baffles me that, you know, even family members, their husbands, like my dad's still doing things. You know, you guys are watching this, you guys got to do better. It's just it's I don't understand it. That's just how I grew up. My dad was always had the backyard clean, my car's clean. went and filled up my sister's cars, right? They never pumped. Like, that's just things I do now. But I was taught that from a kid. But like, you just don't see that no more. I remember one time I was out washing my truck at my mom's house when I lived out there because I was in an apartment, so I would go wash my car over there. And a dude was walking by, older gentleman, and he made a big deal about me out there washing my car. And my mom told me, like, this was 2 years ago, 3, 4 years ago, probably. My mom told me the other day, like, he came by and he was talking to us, and he was still making a big deal about you out there washing your car. Like, these are things you just don't see no more.
The guy who signed me, his name is Elliot Grange. He's the son of Lucien Grange, the most powerful man in music. Elliot Grange is the head of what? Right now, Atlantic. They made him the head of Atlantic right now, present day. Nigga, you think I call Elliot's gonna be like, Danny, shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I mean? They don't want you to know that niggas don't own their music because the fans gonna be like, damn, like I'm supporting just the Jewish man.
The amount of people who knew when they heard Selma and Angelina Jolie.
I'm sorry, but if your fans don't know you don't own the music now, they're never going to know. Even if you tell them you don't own the music, they're not going to care. Like, if you don't know by now, 2026, you don't know by now your favorite artist doesn't own his music, what are you doing with your life? They don't care. They don't care you don't own your music.
We were going back to Veracruz, that was the witches' capital. Amazed me. I had no clue at all the amount of people who said hide your kids, the locals who put videos out and said hide your kids. Wow. Single-handedly, this is by far one of the moments in history that the most people woke up to the red juice. So many people in comments about Salma Hayek and Angelina going to Mexico to Veracruz. What's the red juice?
And what happened to Angelina Jolie?
Educated on the red juice.
Remember them Tomb Raider
That's a good
days?
thing. Thank you, Salma Hayek, for that. And then lastly, the amount of people who are saying, let's wait 6 to 8 weeks and see what they look like. And see if all of a sudden they come out and they have new faces and they look like they're 20 years old again. That was crazy too. A lot of you guys are awake and I'm here for it. And I'm glad you guys enjoyed the post.
How did this guy know?
We're in the Bolshevik war right now, bro. And right now what's coming up is, so I had this woman come on my podcast. Her name's Mel K. She goes, I've been talking to some people in the intelligence, and they go, this gay pride stuff is going away. And the next thing you're going to see are immigration riots. This is going to be right around the next election. So hand to God, we do this episode. Man. Next day, Starbucks is like, we're banning all the pride stuff. And now,
no more gay.
You start seeing these, they're putting little breadcrumbs out, man. I saw this one thing in Chicago. Illegal immigrants are upset about where they're staying. And these illegal immigrants who speak no English are holding up perfectly written English signs saying we're tired of how we're being treated. This is what's going to be right around 2024 election.
Holy
immigration riots, people going nuts. Listen to this and you'll start seeing all the little breadcrumbs. I'm telling you, that's what they want you to think.
All according to plan.
Well, how old were you when you sold your soul to Hollywood and shit?
I was 18 years old when they wanted me for a contract.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
And how much was it? And after that, you immediately got rich?
It's just like they put you in this like room, and then it's just like a piece of paper that you have to sign. And then once you sign, before you leave the facility, you have to drink like this red wine.
Let me ask you this. What is happening in Hollywood that a guy that tough will be on the street waving a gun, screaming, they are trying to kill me? What's going on? Why is Dave Chappelle going to Africa? Why does Mariah Carey make a $100 million deal to take clothes off on TRL? A weak person cannot get to sit here and talk to you. Ain't no weak people talking to you. So what is happening in Hollywood? Nobody knows. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy, is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy, they're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick. Oh, I'm dropping dimes tonight.
I couldn't help but notice her knees look like Donald Trump.
These are shape-shifting.
Bro.
All right, family. There you have today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, man. Shorter video today. I'm telling you guys, since this update, since this accept the terms new policy with TikTok, algorithms, like I had like 60 clips today, y'all. Usually a 60 clip video is like an hour and 10 minutes with me doing no talking, right? It barely hit like at 38 minutes. We talked a lot, right? 47 minutes, but you know, hopefully tomorrow's video we get that hour banger. But you know, I don't know, since this little accept the terms update with TikTok, the algorithm has just switched. So, you know, but it'll come back. We'll come back. I know what I got to do to get back in that algorithm, right? Sometimes you just got to search a hashtag conspiracy talk and then boom, there's the bangers again. Reset your algorithm. But it's just weird, y'all. It's weird. A lot of big changes happened with this new update they did with TikTok. But nonetheless, we're still going to bring out bangers to you guys, y'all. I did my second video before I did this one because I kept putting it off, but I did that. So that'll be up in, you know, the afternoon for you guys today. This video will be out later, usual evening time, about 6 o'clock Eastern, around that time. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys had a good weekend. I'm going to get out of here, do some editing, get downstairs to this wild boy, y'all. This is Segovia. I'm signing out of the man cave. See you guys on the next one. Later.